I got some things to keep an eye on as National Signing Day approaches. One class I want you watching closely so you don't get taken by surprise is Oregon. Oregon right now, and I want to make sure I'm up to date, up to the minute team rankings. Oregon, as of airtime, has the 13th ranked class in the country. Now, here is the zoomed in version. Dante Moore is their top rated player right now, 5-star quarterback, number 11 overall player in the country. He may stick with Oregon, he may not. There's a lot of smoke around UCLA right now. I don't know because I haven't talked to him. I'm just saying, obviously, that's a big pendulum swing potentially. Now, on the other side, that would be a sad day for Oregon. On the other side, hey, Bo Nix is coming back. That got announced right before the show, so that's good. But also, you've got Mateo Uiagalelei in the mix. And by default, DJ Uiagalelei in the mix. One via recruiting, one via the transfer portal. Could be a package deal. We don't know. They're still in it for Caden Proctor, top overall offensive tackle out of Iowa, who is in Tuscaloosa as we speak. This class could easily finish in the top 10. In fact, I think they will finish in the top 10. Talking to Wilfong last week, we had him on the show. He said, hey, if they were to keep Dante Moore and land all these guys, if they thread the needle, you're looking at potentially a top 5 class. Keep an eye on Oregon. One way or another, I think they're going to be a big mover on National Signing Day, and that's this Wednesday. Miami, I don't think I need to say anything else at this point, but I am going to, in a friendly way, remind you, Miami's on a warpath right now. It's not over. They are currently ranked number 4, and they could shock the world. You know, if you want to look around at shock potential, when you've got the staff they do, you got the resources they do, and you've had the time that they've had. They weren't in a conference title game. They aren't bowl prepping. It's just been recruiting nonstop. If something comes out of nowhere Wednesday, you could be looking at the culprit right there, Mario Cristobal. They're in it for Mark Fletcher. Just an example. It's a 4-star running back right now. The crystal ball would favor, I think, still Florida. There's a lot of smoke around Mark Fletcher in Miami. So just one player to keep an eye on. Inside the U has a lot on this. I think they had a wrap a few hours ago about this weekend. You've got the dead period kicking in at midnight tonight. They're in it for Damani Brown. That's a 4-star safety. He's got a brother, by the way, a DB at UCF. Didn't give up a touchdown this year. Could be a package situation there. So they're 4th right now. They could go higher. Just keep an eye on Miami. As is usually the case, as is tradition this time of year, we're not going to do a National Signing Day What to Keep Your Eyes On segment without talking about Nick Saban, still the head coach at Alabama as of tonight. Where are they ranked? 15th, 16th? Oh, no, they got the number 1 class in the country. They're not done. So they got the number 1 class in the country. They solidly have the number 1 class in the country. They are in it with multiple additional 5-star players. And producer Jesse and I were doing some quick math today. It's not likely they land all these guys, but there's a path where Bama ends up with like one of the highest rated classes ever. And it's not even all that far out of the realm of possibility. James Smith and Quay Russaw, the 2 Montgomery kids, both 5-star caliber guys in my mind. They're in it for both of them. Caden Proctor is in town right now. That's a 5-star offensive tackle out of Des Moines. Desmond Ricks, they're in it for. They're going to have a class ranked in the 320s. I have no doubt about that. Is it the low 320s, upper 320s? Could Nick Saban care less? No, but I do, because I'm fascinated by such things. They are putting together one of their best recruiting classes they've ever had. So you make of that what you will. It certainly does not feel like anyone's hit the brakes, even in the slightest, in Tuscaloosa. And because I know they've become your favorite program on the show, why don't I just blanketly mention Colorado? I don't have a single name. That's the point. This time last year, Deion Sanders was at Jackson State, and Travis Hunter seemed like the biggest lock in the world. He'd been locked in with FSU for months, and we're getting ready to just formalize it on National Signing Day, and then mushroom cloud over the whole operation. And come 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we had talked more Jackson State on the show than we had A&M, and A&M landed the top-ranked class of all time. Is he going to do that again this year? I wouldn't bet against him. I have no clue who we're talking about. That's the whole point. I wouldn't have known to mention Travis Hunter last year. But I know what kind of traction his arrival at Colorado's gotten. I know there are a lot of kids interested, and I know the last thing they're incentivized to do is let you know they're planning to shock the world if they do indeed plan on shocking the world. So let's just keep an eye on Colorado for very generic but obvious reasons. National Signing Day is Wednesday. We are going to be wall-to-wall all day on the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel, which is different than this one. So actually, we're going to have two specials. We'll have that signing day show all day. Make sure you are subscribed to the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel. Then, after the dust settles, we'll be right back here on the Late Kick YouTube channel that night, and we'll do a recap show. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Make sure you like the video, and please subscribe to the channel. Not just for me, that's how we keep this entire thing free.